Yep. Yeah, man, we're getting ready to talk about this offensive line. But it's gonna be good because it's gonna answer some questions. That's what we want to do. We want to answer some questions. I've been seeing the questions. I had a question. I was watching it live. I was looking at it saying, man, what in the world is going on? Rotate the offensive lineman with Marcus Crosby coming out the edge. What are you doing, Dallas? Is this smart? Is this crazy? Is like, what is this? So we gonna talk about it. Because when we got answers, we gonna turn around and give it to you. That's part of doing our job. Yeah, so we gotta ask that question. What in the entire whole world is going on? Like, for real. Like, what in the world was going on? What made literally Mike McCarthy say, we are going to rotate guys with heat coming right at that? Aren't you curious? Don't you want to know what they was thinking? Because when they speak, I'm listening. I'm listening all day long. So I'm back there doing 2 shows today, man. So welcome, Cowboy Nation, Cowboys World, all of that. Because we are all of that. Yes, we are. What in the world, man? It's like rotate. I say, man, God dog, what was that? What was they doing? So we gonna answer those questions today, man. Yeah, we gonna answer that question. And that's all it is. It's informative. It's information, man. That's what we want to do. We want to present the information. And just want to keep everybody on the same page, man. So that's what this is always about. So this is always about to where we always on the same page. Always on the same page, man. That's the key. And we gonna get on this page, man. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it, man. So y'all stay with us, man. Boss Cowboy Sports. Your voice matter. We gonna get into it. We gonna make it all make sense. Trust me. And we gonna talk. We gonna take calls. Let's get it. That was a perfect time. That was a perfect time, man. That was a yo, this lunch break. I gotta show that coming on this fucking There it is. Ooh. I see you, Jessica. Chris say. Perfect time to watch show lunch break. I got you, bro.
Me and my hitters go all out. Man, we about to take them all out. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Me and my hitters go all out. We about to take them all out. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Ball out, ball out. We about to take them all out.
You working today, boss? I see you.
Me and my hitters go all out. Me and my hitters go all out. We about to take them all out. Dropping by the mall out. Come deliver mail on y'all route. Show them what it's all about. Just get called out. Fall
if you
out.
want to know,
Fall out. Me and my clique, we don't fall out. Me and my chick, we don't fall out. We minding our business, keep y'all out. Break up.
I pinned a comment on my
then we
Twitter.
hit licks till it's all out. I hate my job, I'm a call out. Boss on myself, child out. I'm a recruiter, a high percentage shooters, gotta keep rifles and roots. Some people just trifling and lose. Watch for the jackets at night, they be cruising. I can put together. Hey, y'all Kinston, yeah. My hitters be tough in the leather. Can't nobody do it better.
I learned you can lead a horse to the fence.
Step in with my best friends. Best friends with the West End. If you miss 6, still catch 10. Ball out, ball out. Stall out, pulling up outside the y'all house.
We go still
till we all out. I got the juice and I'm crazy and you not a killer, don't say. Hit squad ain't nothing to play with. Undertaker and a grave dig. Best man like Tate Diggs. When you in the paint, gotta play big. Hitters in like cavemen. Went from good fella to made men. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Shout out, ball out, ball out, get called out. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Ball out, ball out. We about to take them all out. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Me and my hitters go all out. We about to take them all out. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Ball out, ball out. We about to take them all out. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Me and my hitters go all out. We about to take them all out.
Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter. It's your boy, Boss Cowboy. He sit in the cut. Sometimes you want to kind of start it a little black, leave a little bit of mystery into it, and then all of a sudden appear. Here your boy, Boss Cowboy. And the sound should be much better. It was a little hissing, and I had to figure out what was going on. I figured out the hissing, and it should be gone. Y'all let me know if y'all hearing a little bit of a... If you hearing that, let me know, because I heard that the last 2 shows, it was getting on my everlasting nerve. All right. So, you know, y'all saw the thumbnail. And we go get, like, just kind of right into it. All right. Because everybody saw it. It's surprised. Hold on real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me get my hat right. Had to get my hat right. So, you know, the Dallas Cowboys. You know how it go. All right, so listen. Star Breezy, what's up, man? What's up with it? My boy Star Breezy said, what's up, my guy? What's going on, brother? So, because this got to do with this season, right? And as we was looking out, the Raiders game, it was some rotating going on. You're like, what's going on? It was something that you really don't see. And yeah, they was rotating tackles, rotating at left guard. So everybody should have been scratching their head. Like, what is this? What is this? So, cause it was wild. It was wild. It's stuff you don't see. Like, how in the world, right, do you have monsters coming at you real time, and you say we are going to rotate the offensive line? What was they thinking? My boy Keystone in the building. My boy Keystone. I gotta show my boy comment real quick. My boy say, what the, with the fireballs. Yeah, man. But they, see, this is why you gotta follow Boss Cowboy Sports, is because we go answer your question. Sometimes you gotta get up early. Sometimes you gotta listen real close. Sometimes you gotta be in the right place at the right time. My boy Keystone asked the question. He said, "Are we sabotaging ourselves?" Keystone. I mean, it was wild. It was wild. It really was wild, man. Let me see if I can find my Twitter real quick of what I was saying. I'm gonna try to show what I was saying real time, because I was like, what? Hold on, I think I got it. Oh yeah, I got it right. Listen. Oh man, yeah, I was over here like, wow, on Twitter, like they're rotating. What is going on? Well, obviously everybody know what happened with Mike McCarthy today. Everybody is very aware that Mike McCarthy has contracted the, me and my boy West Coast call it ooey, right? The 19er, the COVID-8er, right? He got it. But before he had it, he had an interview this morning. And right after the interview, he did a test, and that's when he figured out he had the ooey. Okay? So I listened very intently to the interview. And you know your boy boss is gonna give it to you. Alright? So, here we go. I listened to my boy Sean and RJ today. Let me see if I can put my pitch in here real quick. This could be real cool if I can do this real smooth. Let me see. I'm gonna try something different today. Let me try something. I'm gonna do it this way for a second. So let me turn this down, and then we go actually listen. All right, let me turn this down because I want everybody to be able to hear this. All right, so we go through it. Here we go. Let's just listen.
The status right now of your COVID availability in terms of players or coaches out for Thursday.
Well, we're 100% negative yesterday, so we're hoping for the same goal today, and so nothing's changed since yesterday's report.
And Steele will be out.
Correct. Terrence is the one player that's out.
Coach, can you just take us inside the thinking, whatever you can tell us, on the reshuffling of the offensive line? Many were taken aback on Thursday to see Steele starting and then rotating the offensive lineman, kind of an unusual move when we know how much you believe in continuity. Can you just take us behind that thought process of what's going on up front?
I like that, Sean. I like that. He get right to the point. He didn't play no games. I mean, out the gate, firing on all cylinders. I was like, go ahead, get to the point. And he did. He literally said people was taken aback. People was taken aback. They was taken aback to even see Steele out there. They're like, dude, hold on. Because remember they did an interview with Lael, and they came out and they asked him, will you be starting, right? And when they asked him, he was like, yes. So everybody basically just put it to bed and said to themselves, okay, so Steele is going back to swing, right? So it seemed that way, but it wasn't the case, because they actually started working him out. When I say him, I'm talking about Steele. They started working him out as the starting right tackle. And so people are sitting around, rightfully so, wondering what's going on. Because, I mean, I'm not going to debate who's better, even though I'm convinced as of this year who's playing better at right tackle. That's not the point right now. The point is just to answer the confusion. It's like, what's going on? People really want to know. Before we get into it, let me look at these comments real quick. I just want to kind of look at what y'all saying. And then we go get right into it. I ain't gonna keep teasing. That's not cool. I don't like to tease everybody that came to get the content. But I just want to at least look at y'all comments real quick. And so I'm sitting here looking at the comments. Okay, I'm back. I can see the comments. All right. Dara said, "What up, Boss Cowboy? Much love again. Much love, and the OC follow, like, and subscribe. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all listen to Dara, man. Good call today too." So Star Breezy asks, he said, "Are they just trying to see what lineup works the best?" Yeah, we go get right into that. My boy Andre Johnson, my war dog, he said, bruh, not even bro, bruh. See, bro is listen, I gotta explain something. Bruh is always a different level. When somebody says bruh, that's a much higher level of emphasis than bro. Okay, I'm gonna have to teach some people ebonics. All right, so when somebody say bro, that's more kind of like, I hear you, right? But when they say bruh, that's like, come on, man, stop. He said, bruh, I'm speechless on how whoever made the decision to rotate the O-line. Yeah, I can't wait to open up the phone lines too. This gonna be fun today. My boy Harold say, "What's up, Harold? What's going on, man?" Hey, I do feel you on Bud too. Bud got some hands, bro. Bud has been getting better too. We gonna talk about that offline. I talk boxing too. Y'all got me messed up. I talk boxing real good. But Harold, he said Quinn taking on additional responsibility this week. We'll talk about that. Special K, he's saying, "What's up to everybody?" Special K, you a cool dude, bro. I just want to say that, man. It's just obvious. You a cool dude. I like how you greet everybody. You treat everybody like family, Special K. I really appreciate that. And see, look, Chris Davis, like, you know what I mean? What up, Special K? Like, I love how the YouTube community is a true family. Like, y'all go from channel to channel and be like, "Hey, Jessica. Hey, Special K. Hey." Facebook the same way, man. It's a family. I be watching sometimes. I don't even be listening to the content. Y'all be having a whole conversation that's totally different than what we talk about. But that's cool. But yeah, I want to get into that before we kind of answer the riddle. All right, because I'm gonna get right into it. So we showed the first part where Sean and RJ went straight to it. They went right to it. Bullseye. Didn't hesitate, didn't play no games. They said, "What was up with that? We know you like continuity." Talking to Mike McCarthy. "We know you like continuity. We know a lot of fans was taken back to even see Steele out there in the first place. What is going on?" That's what Sean and them basically asked him, right? So when you get a chance to hear from the horse's mouth, listen. All right, let's listen.
Well, the five starters, the lineup was set at the beginning of the week, and then
let's just stop right there. See, because Boss Cowboy don't move fast. I take my time. Oh, hold on real quick. Special K, but boy, Special K. Yeah, I'm going to take you up on that, big homie. You say drinks on you? All right, I drink a lot too, my brother. I can drink. I'm going to be over here like a bottle. Don't do it, Special K. I am not the one. I am not the one, my brother. Now, but going back to the content, now I appreciate that, Special K. Man, when you come to Dallas, hit me up. Real talk. We'll kick it. And I do kick it with a lot of people that come to town. I really do. But getting back to it, what did Mike McCarthy say? He said they planned on doing it early in the week. Did y'all hear that? Was it just me? Did I hear what the horse said? Do I need to rewind it? Let me rewind it a little bit.
The five starters, the lineup was set at the beginning of the week.
Oh, it was set up at the beginning of the week. Okay. I just wanted to be clear on what I heard because it's giving us insight of what's going on. And that's what we don't want on this page. We want to be able to go directly to the sources, see what they're saying, so we can avoid the middleman speculation, right? We want to be able to, in my opinion, I'm just trying to keep it real for everybody that's listening. I don't want us deceived. I don't want us going by all the rumors and all that kind of stuff that's out there. Let's listen to what they're saying and how they made the decision, and then we can talk about it. That's what I want to do. I want to hear what they said, why they said they did it, and then let's talk about it. To me, that's the first thing to do. All right. So going back to it, let's listen to Mike McCarthy some more.
And then, frankly, just with Connor and LC, we wanted to make sure we're keeping those two involved. So.
He just told you one of the main thoughts of it. He said the thing that they're doing is trying to keep those guys involved. It's different. Is it really? I'm just gonna ask a question. At this point of the season, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not gonna just throw this ideal away. I'm being open to what he's saying. He's saying he want to keep those guys involved. And then I gotta ask myself, is it really that bad? I'm just really asking myself that, because it was risky, because you got a bona fide monster coming off the edge trying to do damage to Dak. Like a certified monster, right? On both sides. It wasn't just one side. It was both sides, to where pressure could come very quickly, right? And so you sitting in a place to where pressure can come, but you saying you want to play musical chairs. I mean, fans are going to question that, right? But he said out his mouth, not boss, not the OC, not anybody from the final word, not Law, not Big Game James, nobody from any of the camps that I rock with, any of the homies that I rock with, in terms of the podcast community, my boy J Tuck, my boy Rome, my boy Sky, all those guys. It has nothing to do with nothing what they said or what I said. What did he say? He said he did it to keep those guys involved. And you got to ask a question. Why would he do that? What is the plan? What are you thinking? Because you automatically knew Steele was your guy, because you said at the very beginning, what we played is that you started Steele. But he also said we wanted Lael and Williams involved. Involved is what he said. Involved. So you identified your starters. You said my starters are McGovern. That's what I'm hearing. He said my starters are McGovern and Steele. Those are our guys. The guys that I want to keep having action is Lael and Connor Williams. Okay? All right, now that's the horse's mouth. Now, there's some people that's going to be upset with that. Don't be upset at me. Don't be upset at anybody else. Let's just go with the facts. Let's just go with the facts. And see, that's what I'm talking about, Star. See, I like this comment. To me, this is the comment. This is a fire comment. He said, could this be COVID loss prevention move? Let me give that boy a hand clap. Oh, my button not working. I'm gonna clap. Oh, it just took a while. I love our fans, but we got the best fans in the world. Now, then look, Coach Marv coming right behind him. Look at Coach Marv. Keep them invested for times like Thursday night. Hold on. Ooh, boy, these Cowboy fans. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, hold on real quick. Deontay say, boss, I just want Lael to just get his job back and stop shuffling. Okay. It's not his job. I'm going to just be honest with you. Okay? It's not his job. His job is gone. He was beat out by Terrence Steele. I'm not being funny. I'm not being fly when I say that. It's the facts. Because now we listening to the horse's mouth. I want y'all to listen real close. Listen. Okay? I'm going to play it.
Terrence is the one player that's out.
Coach, can you just take us inside the thinking, whatever you can tell us, on the reshuffling of the offensive line? Many were like taken aback on Thursday to see Steele starting and then rotating the offensive lineman, kind of an unusual move when we know how much you believe in continuity. Can you just take us behind that thought process of what's going on up front?
Well, the five starters, the lineup was set at the beginning of the week.
All right. So did y'all hear that? That was as clear as going to ever be. He said the line was set at the beginning of the week. The starters was already declared. I'm just letting y'all know that's what happened. Everybody has been scratching their heads saying what happened with the rotation. I'm showing everybody. So you asked the question. You said, did you still get pancaked by Crosby? I know it was one play, but damn. Yes, I saw that play. Did you also see that his left heel got caught up with Zach Martin? Did you see that? And that's why he also fell. His leg got caught up also with Zach Martin. So it wasn't just that he got pancaked. It was the fact that it was a bang-bang play. And in that bang-bang play, he looked bad, but it wasn't as bad as what it looked. So, yes, I did see that one play. But let's be fair, though. Did you see all the plays where Steele was pancaking balls, though? That's my question, because I still got that right here. I still got that. So we can talk about one or we can talk about many plays. Did you see this play? Because that one pancake by Crosby does not take away the epic pancakes by Steele. Do you see what he doing here? Do you see what he doing to a grown man right here? Now, and this is not one play. This is a lot of plays that I showed. I didn't show one play. When I break down Steele, I looked at all his plays on Boss Cowboy Live. So, yes, that play looked bad when Crosby looked like he pancaked him. But when you add it all together, it was not what it looked like when you look at how his heel got tangled up with Zach Martin. And see, I'm going to be fair to all the guys. That's why I was fair to Anthony Brown from the film. And I showed it to everybody. The film clearly showed to me that clearly two of the calls was very bad. I really would say three, but I'm being nice on that last 3rd and 18. I'm not being biased for Steele or against Steele. I'm just being honest on what Mike McCarthy said. That's what I'm saying. It's not his job. L lost his job according to what Mike McCarthy said. It's no mystery no more. There is, like, all the stuff we was saying, like, they're mad at him. You know what I'm saying? No, they're not mad at L. It had nothing to do with the suspension. Nothing. It has to do with play. And so let's keep listening, and then we go take the phone calls, and we go really answer that question. What was going on with the rotation?
And then, frankly, just with Connor and LC, we wanted to make sure we're keeping those two involved. So, the opportunity to give them a series, and we have different packages and things in the game that we necessarily didn't get to. But
I want to stop that real quick because he said something. He said he wanted to keep them involved. He also said we have packages that we didn't get around to yet, built for both of those guys. Did anybody catch that? So there are certain packages that they have built for Williams and Lael as starters. There are certain packages that he's saying that they view those guys as better fits. Now, he wasn't clear. Was it right tackle? Was it left guard? Was it the Hulk package? Or they going to be fullbacks? Or they going to be receivers? They didn't say that. But he was very clear right there that they have packages that they have not unveiled yet involving Lael and Connor Williams. So, Harold, I got to see what you're talking about, man. Say what you're talking about. My boy Harold say, that's a bad idea, period. And he put a T on it. What's a bad idea, bro? I got to hear what you're talking about. Okay, here we go. All right, so I want to keep listening because this is giving us insight. This is giving us the truth of what's really going on. You can hear a lot of rumors. You can hear a lot of media rumors. You can hear a lot of speculation, even amongst us as podcasters. Let's go to the source so that when we actually recount this, we recount this from what the actual plan was from the coach himself. All right, here we go.
It's keeping all those guys involved, but the lineup was set based off of the performance and the competition and
wait. Did I hear what I think I heard?
was involved, but the lineup was set based off of the performance and the competition and frankly.
Okay. So remember he said that they set the starting line up early in the week. Then he continued right there and he said why they set that starting line as what it is. This is the current starting line. I'm going to tell you the current starting line. Based on what Mike McCarthy is saying and based on what we saw in the game. The starting lineup is left tackle, T. Smith, left guard, McGovern, center, Tyler, right guard, Zach, right tackle, Steele. That is what he said is the starting set 5. Then he said we gave Lael and Connor Williams 1 series. That's what we saw in the game. Steele came out there first. Lael played in the second series. Then Steele played the rest of the game. Exactly what he said. So the starting 5 are set. This is not musical chairs. I repeat, this is not musical chairs. It's not. This is at this point of the season getting Williams and Lael some reps. That's what they doing. That's what they said. So I'm going to finish this and we're going to take some calls. We're going to talk about it. But y'all listen. We got more.
I think it's a healthy spot to be in.
Mike McCarthy here on Sean and RJ 105.3 The Fan. We know he's a warrior. We know he.
Oh, actually, that was it. So I'm going to open up the phone lines. So we started, before we open up the phone lines, we started asking the question, what was the Cowboys doing with the rotation of the offensive linemen? That's the question. What was they doing? They just told you what they was doing. So the next time somebody asks that question, I'm going to say what they said. I'm going to say they was giving Lael and Connor Williams some reps. because they want and think they might need those reps later. Oh, Special K, you hit this dead on the head. I agree. It's not quite over for Leia. It's not quite over. Because the ooey, the pandemic opened up an opportunity, or it was over. Special K said, this is Leia's last chance to put up a good performance, in my opinion. I agree. This is it. And to be honest, this is going to be a hard one. This is going to show everybody. Because, you know, people was quick to show that one what looked like a pancake, but it was more so getting too much push, right? Because he did lose on a point to Crosby on that play, and then basically tripping over Zach Martin, and it looked like a pancake. Oh, that went viral to all the people that don't want Steele starting. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that, oh, look at that, look at that, look at that, oh, look at that, look at that. I mean, let's keep it consistent though, because if I show you him doing Bosa like this, and look at him throw Bosa. Now I can show you a whole lot of plays of him pancaking balls. I can show you a whole lot of plays of him playing real good on that right tackle. For that one, I can show you so many plays of him getting good push on that right side without Zach Martin. Because a lot of people say, Zach Martin, it's because Zach Martin over there. It's Zach Martin is doing all the work. He getting the credit. No. Film don't say that. I'm just being honest. Film don't say that. Film says that he's doing his work alone 95% of the time. That's what film says. Now, the opinions are going to be totally different, but the film says, like, nobody showed this play. This is my favorite pick. Boom! Ooh, look. I love that play. That's a true. He ain't trip over nobody for that. He slammed that dude on his head. Watch how he get up. Woozy. Come on, man. Yeah, so yeah, he did get, I guess, Crosby, sure. Can y'all show me anything else? I'm serious too. Can you show me anything else? Like, because if not, let's stop rooting against the guy just because we want the other guy to get his job. And it's not his job. It's not. No, we really should be rooting for the best guy, regardless of money. It should be who's the guy that's playing better. And, you know, and let me see. Jessica said, I'm trying to understand this. She said, hold on. She said, mistakes happen. No need to want to kick our best men on the bench. I guess who's the best man? That's what I want to figure out. So, you know, but like, I just want to make sure I'm with you on that and clarify on what you're saying. I'm just kind of confused on that. Okay, she said exactly, boss. Okay, I think we're on the same page, Jessica. I'm still trying to make sure I'm with you, but if I'm missing you, just let me know, because I'm going to open up the phone lines in a minute. We'll be able to talk about it live. But Johnny Hill says still earn that right tackle spot, period. Yeah, but Johnny, I'm going to tell you, a lot of people think different, mainly because they never watched all the film. The people that's on this channel, they have watched all the film. Oh, AB, I got you. Steele, okay, I got you, Jessica. I got you. Yeah. No, we can't. No, I'm not feeling kicking AB on the bench yet. Not for false flags. I feel you on that, Jessica. No. Like, if you go throw Anthony Brown on the bench, let it be for him actually messing up, not having laundry thrown at him. Yellow laundry. No, I don't want him benched over laundry. You know what I mean? Like, if he actually committed those pass interferences, I would be the first on his head, and y'all know that. y'all know me, man. You know. But you also can trust that if it wasn't him, who's gonna be honest? Who's gonna say no, he didn't do it that time? And see, my boy Harold say, listen, Harold, hold on. Harold say, boss, AB still trash. Listen, y'all, everybody take a breath. Take a breath. Take a deep breath. Everybody take a deep breath. Harold, let me ask you a question. And everybody else, all of us have committed some type of sin. Okay? Some way worse than others and still doing it and actually really good at it. But has there ever been a time where you was innocent? You did not do it. Now, you've done it in the past, but you've changed. When you've changed, nobody that's changed wanted to be treated like the former person. I'm being honest. And this is coming from likely the #1 Anthony Brown killer. I guarantee you, nobody was on Anthony Brown's head harder than me. Nobody. Maybe Okoye. Maybe. If that's maybe only one person that was on Anthony Brown's head. I was doing film sessions. I was tweeting. I was pushing stuff on Facebook. I was trying to get him out of here, man. But that also should tell you, if I'm the one telling you that he did not commit those pass interference to the level of that laundry, the yellow laundry, the flags, you can trust it. You can trust it, man. So I know he has scorned us. He has. I have to admit that he has scorned us. But lately, he has been playing better. And I'm just being honest, man. We saw him go against Thielen and Jefferson. To me, that was one of the biggest tests. I was like, if you are weak, this game will expose you. I was like, yeah, if it's all smoking mirrors, these two receivers mixed with the gun, Kirk Cousins is willing to shoot the gun. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. I'm with you on this. Okay, let's talk about this real quick, and then we go back to what Mike McCarthy was saying about the rotation. But he said, forget the last game, his body of work. I can't argue with you on his body of work, bro. I can't. You're right. As a body of work, off with the head. If it was all about his body of work, yeah, cut his head off. And that's obviously hyperbole. I don't mean that literally. But it's also, honestly, Harold, not about his body of work, right? We're not judging his body of work. We judging 2021, right? And in 2021, some people say he hasn't played base since Tampa. No, his first 2 games was bad to me. Like I said, the Chargers game wasn't good to me either. Like a lot of people be like, "Oh, it was just a Tampa game." No. It was that missed tackle on Williams on why they scored. And they also was targeting him a lot against the Chargers and winning. But then after that, he started getting better. So his first 2 games was bad. After that, he started to improve. I'm just being honest, y'all. I'm just being all the way honest. And the OC and I sat back and waited. I was like, bro, I'm not going to crown this dude because of 2 good games. No, not after 5 years of boo-boo. But then after 3 games, especially the Minnesota game, I was like, you know what? He looked like he playing with more confidence, and them boys got shut down out there, and they good. Like Jefferson and Thielen are real good. Like, yeah. I think Special K said it best. About 3 bad games, and I'm not even calling this last game a bad game, to be honest. That's not on him to me. Like, for them to throw dirty laundry, because let me be honest with you, man. I'm going to be honest with everybody. Listen, if they didn't throw them flags, we all would have called that a great game by Anthony Brown. Because at least 3 of those 3rd downs would have been plays that he stopped. Think about that. he would have stopped without those false flags about 3 third downs. They would have punted 3 times on him alone. So I'm not calling a bad game because they threw false flags at him. I don't want him out to where I have to embellish. I don't have to make up a bad game on him because I want somebody else to play. Like, I'm cool with Boss Man getting them reps, but I don't want to lie on Anthony Brown to get Boss Man to play. Like, I still have to hold my voice to a standard of fairness, you know? And people should trust me because y'all know I've been smacking him when he deserved it. I was wondering what y'all quiet about. I used to always say, why are our fans so quiet about Anthony Brown? I used to feel like I was fighting alone. So when you hear me saying those flags wasn't good, at least 3 of them, you should trust it. And you more so should trust it because I showed you. I showed you the film yesterday. Like, I could see if I was just telling you. I showed the film of it. Line by line. All 22. And it didn't lie. So anyway, let's take some calls. Kind of get into the meat of what's going on with their rotation. So I hate that we got on Anthony Brown because it wasn't even really about Anthony Brown. We was really talking about the rotation. But he came up, so we addressed it. So let me throw up this phone number real quick, and then we going to get right into it. Yep. I just want to be fair, man. I don't like y'all gotta know I don't have no favorites. I don't have no friends. I'm not biased to any one of these guys. I just want the best person out there. Okay? Because it's always with me about them Dallas Cowboys. I don't have no pet cats. I don't have no favorites. I'm not trying to be right. I'm not. I'm just trying to show the facts of what's out there. And the facts are, all right, let me first put up this phone number. We got the phones up. Let's get it. All right, the phone is 942-2100. Let's talk about this. Let's talk. Oh, here we go. I'm going to turn this up. Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matter. What you got?
What's going on, boss? Boy, you working today, man. You working today.
Oh, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate
you working
it, Coach.
today, man.
Give it to him, Coach.
Let me echo what you were saying. Let me give you my opinion on this thing about what people was calling the rotation with the offensive line. You know, sometimes, man, as coaches, man, you got to throw carrots out to keep guys invested. If you don't keep guys invested, when you turn around when you really need them, they done checked out. And we don't want them to check out because we got to keep them invested because we don't know when Tyron might, with his ankle might get a little sore, he might get hurt. We don't know when this thing, this protocol thing might come up. And this was just a carrot to keep them invested and keep them involved because they haven't played. I mean, Collins hasn't played as good as Steele, but he hasn't played bad. He ain't played terrible, but he just ain't played as good as Steele. I mean, Steele again, he even played right tackle all season. He still ain't give up a sack on right tackle yet. So, hadn't gave up a sack on right tackle. He hadn't given a sack. Only sack he's given up was one on left tackle, and he did that. And most of those came in the first game he played left tackle. So he hadn't given up a sack on right tackle. So they're just trying to keep investing. And look, this is a good. Thursday turned out to be a good reason for them to. They did this. And the other thing when you brought up Anthony Brown. Mm-hmm. Man, people, let's get off Anthony Brown.
Yeah. I
mean, and I'm not here to denigrate any player.
Right.
But if you want to talk about who played bad in the secondary, Jordan Lewis gave up 130-some yards to the slot receiver.
True.
And he gave the long touchdown. The long touchdown to Deshaun Jackson was on Jordan Lewis, come across the route. They left him behind.
And that's one of my favorite players. But that's facts are facts.
So, and I don't think Jordan Lewis is going to have a bad game like that again. But if you want to talk about it, he gave us the bigger plays. I mean, the actual plays without questionable 50-50 calls. He gave up really big plays. He gave up the majority of the big plays that the Cowboys gave up in the passing game. So, but we focus on Anthony Brown on 50-50 calls. Mm-hmm. And we, like I was saying before in the last time, I've been watching the NFL since then, watching in all the games. Those are 50-50 type things. I don't agree with 3 of the calls.
Yeah.
But AB only gave up 2 catches. Yeah. In a game that a guy threw the ball 40 sometimes, he only gave up 2 catches in the game. So
that's what it is.
He's doing his job, and we talking about, let's we watch it. We 10 games in. The body of work is not previous seasons. It's the same thing with Lyle Collins. It's not 2019. It's not 2018. The body of work of an NFL player, really the body of work is play by play. But the body of work is these games that we have played this season, because each season is different. Guys get better, some guys get worse. So the body of work is what we played this season, man. And so the body of work for Steele, the body of work for AB, they're still getting better. We just hope they continue to grow and for this run, because Washington is making this thing interesting, boss. Washington is making this thing very interesting. I talked to you earlier today, and I told you the key to our season, get through this game. But the key is to get these 10 days off, get our heads screwed on right, because the Washington game is going to be the key to the start of our playoff run, because it's a possibility the Washington game may be for the division lead.
Hey, I ain't gonna even lie, Coach. I'm not caught up on that scouting yet. I could tell that you way ahead of me on
they're
scouting.
They're making it very interesting. They win tonight.
I'm gonna check them out, Coach.
They're 5-6.
I'm gonna check them out,
in a game that we gonna be, like me and you had thought about. If we lose this game, we still confident in our team. Well, let's say that this whole thing gets so messed up, we have more things, we going limping into New Orleans, we really not at full strength. We somehow come out there and we 75. Washington win next week. The game against Washington is for the division lead.
Okay, all right, Coach. Let's wait till we get there. Let's wait till we get there.
Making this thing interesting.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
This is good for our team, because I don't want to see this, like we talked about earlier. We don't want to waltz, because we waltz, how our young team, how we get a waltz, people start patting on the back. We done won the division all early. We start slacking up.
We start
this
partying.
Team need that pressure.
Wait,
they need that pressure.
The pressure's a privilege. Hey.
That's right, privilege. That's right. So that's what it is. But man, you are dead on. McCarthy already said that they had set the offensive line.
He said it.
They're not going to remove Steele. This was a carrot to keep these guys. Listen, they did the same carrot back with Connor McGovern. They did the same thing with him before they put him in the starting lineup. They gave him the carrot of having to come out and playing a fullback, playing on the tight end, being in the big package, because they wanted him to keep invested, because if they were going to make a switch, they needed him to be invested and not somewhere his head gone someplace. So they kept him invested, because they knew that they were going to need him to play. And that's what you do with guys. They were doing the same thing with Boss. Boss Man Fat was getting on the field. They were putting him in the play every once in a while. They put him in the nickel coverage.
Yeah.
They were trying to keep him invested.
See,
You know
and
what I'm saying?
coach,
Because he wasn't just playing special teams. He would come in. You would see him on the. So when they go in the dime package, they'll bring him on the field. They were trying to keep him invested. So if we need you, we got you. We got you invested into what's going on, and now you continue to grow. But you got to be available, like we talked about earlier, to be able to do those things. So they're trying to keep these guys invested into what they're trying to do. But
I ain't mad at it,
this
coach.
offensive line gonna be all right.
I'm really not. It's risky. It is risky, but is it really risky? Let's talk about that real quick. Because when you are keeping Le'El invested with a series of play, right? And you keeping Connor Williams invested with a series of play. Connor Williams was just a 3-year starter. Le'El was just a major starter in 2019 and has started this year. So yes, it is risky, but
you ain't putting no bombs out there. You ain't putting no
you're
guys
not putting
out
no
there
bombs out there.
So a guy that's a rookie ain't never played. You got guys that if you put them out of play, they ain't gonna mess up. They ain't gonna get that killed, or the continuity gonna fall apart for these guys. They're gonna have this much playing time.
Yeah, and that's why, Coach. Let's co-host this. Let's just go back and forth on this. That's why my question is: are they tripping? Because when I really listen to them, and when I listen to you, I gotta kind of open my mind and say they playing chess.
Yeah, because you got to keep veteran guys invested.
Yeah,
like that, because they'll check out on you quick. They'll check out more than these little rookie guys. The little rookie guys understand that they got to wait their turn. These guys already had their turn. So you got to keep them involved, or they'll become clubhouse lawyers.
Wait, no. You got his flag. See, I know what you mean by that, Coach, but you gotta go into what you saying.
When you have veterans, that's why a lot of teams don't leave veteran starting guys when they lose their position. They usually get rid of them because they already have a vested interest of being a full-time player within that locker room. They already have a vested interest of being a voice in that locker room. So when they start not to feel happy because they're not getting any playing time, their voice is still heard as comments behind the scenes. And they still have a supporting cast because they have friends, relationships, even though they may not be as good as the other guy. But as soon as the guy misses a block, as soon as something goes out, well, they should have been playing me. And see, that type of stuff, you don't need clubhouse lawyers.
Clubhouse lawyers? Coach.
You don't need clubhouse lawyers starting up, filibusters in the locker room. And then now you got a problem. And as a coach, we tried to make sure that we chop some of those things down, because you have some guys who that people respect, that have built relationships with, and they start to talk, and on the side they're building up, dissension. So I've had players that I know have lost positions, but I put them in situations for them to make plays so they can still feel invested into the success of going and not feel like they're forgotten. But if they're that bad to the point where I can't put them in there at all, I'm getting rid of them. They gotta go. They ain't no need me to keep them on the sideline, because I understand that their pride as a guy that got a lot of time, it's gonna start to wane. And especially if we lose another game or something like that, you gotta play that thin line with this. But you gotta they got some packages, but all this playing around, I can tell you what this team is. Let me give you the coaching aspect of this, of them playing other guys or giving these series. That's going to happen probably. It would have happened again probably in New Orleans if we were full tilt.
Right.
But when we get to to Washington after this mini break, and we get to our division games, and it's money time now to win this division, to go through this 5-game stretch to get ready for the playoffs, the rotation is going to start getting tighter and tighter. You ain't going to have 30 guys playing. You ain't going to have no all these guys playing on defense. As you get closer to the end, the rotation gets a little tighter. You still going to have some depth, but the rotation gets tighter. Because now we got to build continuity, and we got to go wide open, and we got to go with the guys with that. So everybody's still battling to see if they're going to be in that tight rotation. And this offensive line, you only talk about two guys that don't do nothing else. I don't think Lyle Collins on if he don't play a series in the game, he don't play at all. And I don't think he on the field goal team. He'll be sitting on the sideline the whole game. He ain't on no special teams. I don't even think Connor Williams on no special teams. So you got to keep these guys. You got to give them some TikTok. So that's what they're doing. But they're telling all Cowboy fans, forget about if Collins is better than Steele.
Right.
That has been proven with you, and it's already proved with the Cowboys and the coaching staff.
Yeah, it's proven.
That's already been proven.
Yeah.
So they already done told you this.
Yeah.
Because if they were so enamored with Collins, when Tyron Smith would have got hurt, if they thought Collins was the best lineman, they would have put him in the left side. They put their best tackle to replace Tyron. And then when they say Tyron come back, we're going to take our second best tackle and put it right back on the right-hand side.
That's what happened.
That's what
what happened.
They say we're going to take our best tackle, put him in the left, and when Tyron comes back, we're going to take our second best tackle and put it right back on the right-hand side. Anybody would do that. That's what they did, and they have showed people that. So this is not. And listen, while people worry about the shuffling, the offensive line played well. Did that get sacked? He got sacked one time. I think Tyron gave up a sack.
Yeah,
he didn't get sacked.
Yeah, listen, Coach. They could have put it was a force field around Dak. It was a force field.
They were back to continuity. They were back to the line. They had the best continuity with the two tackles. The only thing that was different about that was they had Connor McGovern in their guard instead of Connor Williams.
That was it. It was a force field around Dak this last game, man.
And the only thing that they didn't do that everybody's doing, and I hope this game that we get back to it. I've been watching the NFL all week. Everybody's getting back to their running game. Everybody is getting back to carrying at least getting 25 to 26 carries a game from their running game. Tampa Bay. All the teams
Coach,
are getting back to their running game.
Coach, hold on real quick. I got to do some.
And we going the opposite way.
Coach, I got to do a little bit of cleanup real quick. Just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. We having some breaking out going on in Cowboys world, okay? So Adam has come into the chat. He's trolling. He's likely a Raiders fan. They won the game. He feeling good. Don't get caught up into that. I see people starting to cuss at each other. I don't want us to handle each other like that on this channel, okay? Let's learn how to disagree in a way that's not sick. You know what I mean? Like, I support Dallas. He supports the Raiders. We can go back and forth and have fun and good banter, but let's not curse at each other. That's going too far, because I don't worship the Dallas Cowboys. I support them, but they not a god.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and the Cowboys should never take precedent of treatment of my fellow man and woman. So let's kind of take the temperature down. I don't care who started it. I don't care. Let's all take the temperature down, and let's go back and forth with class. I'm sorry about that, Coach. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that we just supporting the Cowboys because all of us, there's your show, me talking, and everybody who's putting in comments are not getting one penny of Dallas or the Raiders successful money. So we are the supporters. We're not worshipers, we supporters. But like I said, I want the Cowboys fans to focus in not on the past of guys. We always judge guys of what they're doing now. And these guys, these two guys that we talked about that has been in question, are being in question because of what people think that they should be. And again, they're being in question, and it all goes back to the same thing. It's going back to in question about where guys were drafted and where they was. That has nothing to do with. These guys are professional guys. Anthony Brown has gotten better. Hey, Anthony Brown started playing bad. I know one YouTuber that will be on him like white on rice, and that'll be Boss Cowboy. He'll be right on him like yesterday. He's the boss. You the only one that made a whole live stream with games going back, cut up, film, tape, everything showing about Anthony Brown's play.
Yep.
So if you say and you're a defensive back, right?
I played that position.
That man, he didn't play as bad as what we're saying, and listen, a lot of guys would have played it the same way. And when you put out a film like you did of all his plays, and the only two catches that you could put on there was the only two receptions that he had in the game against him, and those receptions might have added up to maybe about 25 yards.
Yeah.
And 25 yards of the 300 yards that Derek Carr threw, no touchdowns against him. So we can't get so enamored about the penalties because we all make penalties. You know, the same people who are advocating for Anthony Brown to be gone wasn't advocating for Connor Williams to go, and he was giving up penalties like crazy. But know what they said? Oh, but he is having a good year. He is blocking good. But we kept saying, but he killing us with the penalties. So if AB goes and we have consecutive 3-4 games of him getting penalties where we feel that the officials are just not giving him a fair deal and they just targeting him with penalties, then the Cowboys need to make a decision here of where we can try to hide him or to put somebody else out there that's not going to get these penalties because they feel like he's being targeted. But I don't think that's going to happen because I believe he continues to play aggressive like that. Some of the penalties are going to turn into interceptions. Because he's putting himself in position to be able to knock a ball down or intercept it. People understand that first one, boss, when he got in the end zone, he almost intercepted that football.
Yeah.
He was going after the football. He played inside coverage, and he would not allow Sean Jackson to cross his face to get to that football because that was his football. And we hadn't seen that in Anthony Brown in years where he actually was going for the football.
Yeah. Hey, I got the play right here. I got it. Yeah, I got the play right here where he came up with the ball right at the end, and they call it a weak flag. It's coming up. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that those type of things we want from our secondary to be aggressive. This is the Dan Quinn style. We have to understand. Dan Quinn comes from a philosophy.
There it is.
And I said this about the Seattle. Seattle beat up people. Richard Sherman had always had his hands on people. The other big corner on the other side always had. That's how they taught. Their defensive back coach, Harris, he was always a handsy guy. He played physical, but he found out the way you're going to get interceptions is you have to reroute guys, and you have to play physical, and you have to be aggressive to the football like it's yours. People, these penalties, if we get in later on in the season in playoffs, the teams usually get to play a little bit more. And this is playoff type football that these guys are playing now. Because you got to be aggressive when you get in the playoffs, because that non-being aggressive and walking behind people 2 or 3 yards in the playoffs is going to get touchdowns against you. So these guys are now. We just got to make this come into fruition, and we got to get W's. And I don't care how we get these W's, boss.
No, I'm with you, Coach.
Coach,
let me take.
I'll tell you like this, boss, and I'm gonna say this right quick.
All right.
Mark my words. The first team to 11 out of all the top seeds, as well as in our division, the first team to 11 is probably going to be the team that's going to go on to have one of the top seeds in the NFC. But it's going to be the first team to
Coach,
get to 11 victories.
Coach, let me take a couple of more calls real quick, because I see a lot of people starting to fill up this phone line real quick.
All right, man. Go ahead, boss, man. Good talk, man. Man, keep doing like I always tell you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. And like I said, you working today, man. You working today.
Yeah, I'm on it. Yeah, let me get my boy Harold in here real quick. He done called about 80 times, so I know he got.
All right, man. I'll let you later.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Great job. I loved it. All right, here we go. Dog, hold on. All right, here we go. Okay.
Please leave your message for 2143994.
Call back, Harold. I see you, man. Harold is trying to get up in here. I think this is it. Harold trying to get up here. I see you. I'm gonna get you in here, Harold. I'm calling you right now. I see you, God dog. Harold done called about 80,000 times.
He calling me.
Yeah, I'm calling you. You know what I'm saying? Because your voice about a big dog. What's up? What's up, my Oak Cliff brother?
Man, hey. First of all, congratulations on your 2,000 subscribers.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I feel brand new, man. I feel like a celebrity or something.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay. So, yeah, every time you get on here, I got it locked on. I'm trying to, maybe I'm at work or something. But I want to, Coach is right in regards to, trying to, let these offensive linemen get in and, try to, appeal to their better senses in terms of making them feel good. It's all about, sometimes stroking ego. But on the flip side of that is that this is a man's game. This is NFL. You guys get a check on Monday. You playing for position. So in my opinion, like I said, I always say you got to put the best people out there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm of the opinion that Steele is a good lineman. He's a good player. I would like to see, and I don't know if it's too late in the season to see what Lyle could do at guard. I would like to see him, get over there on the left side and see what can happen with him and Smith together. Because they played, if I'm not mistaken, I believe they've done that before. But I'm not real sure about the rotation. Because the thing about it is that I believe you got to have, going into late into the season, you really got to have that continuity and consistency.
Right. Yeah.
And so when you start playing with that in terms of like your chemistry, sometimes that can get out of whack. So that's my only concern about that.
Facts.
Dealing with linemen, because
yes,
you got Dak back there, and that's my boy. He's paying him all this money, and he's doing real well. We got to keep that man clean. And then also what Coach said about, hey, what he noticed, what I did notice, leading up to Sunday and all into today is the running game of the team. They picking up this running game. And then one thing it does is it actually chops up the clock with the time of possession. And especially if the running game is going, it could be a mudslinging game, a low-scoring game. But guess what? That time of possession is going to be a factor. So everybody's getting that together. And tonight, Washington won. How they win? And they running game. So, when you start looking at stuff like that, you kind of wonder because, hey, they finna start putting things together in this NFC East. What we think we was up 3.5 games. Now we down to what, 1.5? So that's a concern of mine. And like I said, man, hey, I didn't feel good about the rotation doing that, but at the same time, that's their team. We're gonna figure it out and see what they, the method to their madness is, whatever the case may be. We just have to figure it out. But I'm gonna ride or die with my boys. I just don't know what they're trying to really do in regards to that. Now, Marcus, boss, you're a DB. You play DB. I play DB. It's a high risk, high reward position.
Mm-hmm.
You could be a hero or the GOAT.
Yeah, quick.
And I'm not, like I said, I agree with you in terms of Anthony Brown and the Raiders game.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it really, really close,
mm-hmm.
This whole ref crew has a history of calling, throwing a large amount of flags.
Mm-hmm.
This crew works, and they throw flags, and they're consistent with their flag throwing. So if you look at it, you got 14-14. The problem I have is it cost them. I say it's a 14-point swing when you're looking at those calls on Anthony Brown. However, like I said, it may not be his fault. But what's going to happen? The next game, we got a next Sunday game or next game coming up, right? If I'm an offensive coordinator that's scouting that Thursday game, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to look right at that.
Oh,
because
God,
Coach. I'm going to gamble and see what's going to happen. I'm going to go after 30.
Ooh. And see, Coach, listen, I warned about exactly what you said, Coach. I said there's a risk of this happening. I don't know if you saw the show yesterday, but I came out. I just want to kind of show you just a little bit, and then we go talk about it. But I promise you, Coach, we talked about that, like how the NBA changed and trying to change back because it got so out of hand. Because you can't see teams winning with flops and then not do it yourself, right? And then, and take it serious. Like when you trying to win, you gonna do what you gotta do. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? So, and I know, Coach, everybody saw how much the Raiders moved the chains on those throw up footballs to get engineered flags. So excellent point. And I think you're right. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, like I said, like Lewis and Diggs, like you almost expect them to be they cheating in the backfield. It's like they have instinct. They have like ball hawking skills. That instinct is there. Brown don't necessarily have that. So, he's playing, got to have the athleticism. He got to play that position a little bit tighter. I wouldn't feel as bad in terms of like when Jordan got beat.
Mm-hmm.
That was, to me, I wasn't surprised by that. My thing was I thought maybe he was actually telling him to get that cheat to try to get that ball. But like I say, sometimes you get beat. But their mentality is it's next man, it's the next play. Brown don't get like that. I want him to have that mentality. Maybe he'll play a little bit better. I don't think he had that mentality as a DB. In my opinion. That's just my opinion. As playing a position, you got to have a short memory. Brown don't have a short memory. I don't think he got a short memory.
Right. It's but either way, I would say this. We just gotta see maybe another week or two with Anthony Brown. You know what I mean? And we gotta see it. Because we talking about somebody who had no pass interferences all year to all of a sudden 4.
Right.
You know. Right. So it don't add up. It looked like you got targeted more than you been a flagrant offender. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's why I think it's just right to give him a game, at the most 2, to make sure it wasn't fool's gold. Now, if he goes back to playing at least decent, then we all can go back and chill out and let him play ball. Because he's one of those, I'm going to say it like this. I want to get your thoughts on this, and then I'm going to take another call.
Right.
I said this the other day. Nobody should be looking for elite out of Anthony Brown. Nobody. But if you're looking for Kevin Williams or Larry Brown out of Anthony Brown, I think you kind of got your eyes right. You know what I mean? In terms of expectations. Right. You know what I mean? So if he can be as good as those guys was playing when we won the Super Bowls, so can he. You know what I mean? And when he was playing pretty decent these past 6 or 7 games, right? I would say it was on the level of Larry Brown, not Kevin Smith, more so Larry Brown. So you know, I think we gonna be all right.
Yeah, I'm not looking for him to be another short. I don't want him to be the shutdown corner. We already got a shutdown corner. I would rather just know that, hey, that side of the field, they're not gonna go over there. Cause you know why? Because they're gonna get him. So they're not gonna really try that. My thing would be is, you know, they can try Anthony over on that side, and they might have some single high safety help over to that, to shade over there just a little bit, to kind of shut that side of the field down too. And as long as our safeties keep playing well, I think we're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really surprised at our safety play this year, and I'm satisfied. I think I'm gonna be all right with that as long as we be, you know, consistent with that. And if Brown, if this is just an anomaly, like I said, if we don't have that officiating crew no more, they don't have to come back. You know, because, you know, again, we're getting ready to go deep into the season again, and we got the NFC East. We still got to play these guys, and we still got to go and play Arizona. We're gonna have to show up the defense. I'm glad we're getting everybody back, but we're gonna have to show up that defense because we're gonna have a couple of, you know, quarterbacks that we're gonna have to face. You know, so we got to get ready. So, you know, once again, boss man, I'm proud of you. Like I said, you keep doing your thing. And really, man, just the honesty. That's what I like. That's what I like. And we're not trying to be fanatics. You know, I like the fact that, hey, it is what it is. We laying that on the line, and there's no grades to it. There's no bias. You know, you're gonna tell the truth. Expose it for what it is, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, man, and I appreciate that. That's the highest compliment you could ever give me, bro. My big brother, you know, is that you can tell that I'm doing my best to at least be honest. Like, and I know sometimes people don't like it, bro. I know that. I lose subscribers because I'm honest, bro. People want me to slam Anthony Brown. I said I would slam him when he deserve it, but I also won't slam him when he don't. You know what I mean? And I won't hype up Lay L if he is not playing better than the other guy. Now, I know a lot of people can't stand me for that. I had a crazy weirdo, Harold, no lie, come here on this show the other day, literally said, I'm happy Steele is injured. Went right to my channel. Because they know where I stand. I didn't go with the crowd. The crowd wanted Lay L to start. I looked at the film and I let the film guide me. And it guided me exactly where Mike McCarthy, Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, and all those other guys are saying that the guy that won based on competition was Steele.
Right.
But see, this is the funny thing about it, Harold. This is what I want to say real quick. This is the funny thing. Right after they started Steel, we had the biggest show we've ever had. We had 5,000 views. And you know why? I know why that happened. Because people knew we was over here telling the truth. And they wanted to hear our point of view on the post game. Because we stood for what was true and what was right. We wasn't trying to go with the crowd, because you can easily go with the crowd because you know what they want to hear. You know they want to hear Lael is just so much better. Still need to go sit down. Still has nothing on Lael. I said, no, bro. No, I'm not going to lie to y'all just to get your subscription. I'm not going to do that. Right. I'm going to show you the film. It don't lie. So.
They don't lie.
Yeah.
They do the same thing that NFL scouts and they do every week. They do evaluation. They evaluate. So I mean, the good news is we ain't waking up, saying, hey, we're gonna win the Super Bowl and be, know that we won in 15. That's a fanatic. I mean, we're not doing that. I mean,
no, we ain't doing it.
I love all my little Cowboy fans, but sometimes it just kind of get overboard.
Yeah,
I just like, it's refreshing to hear reality.
Yeah. Yeah, we stay on that.
Why some of these people, man, most of the football nation hate the Cowboys.
Yeah.
They just base it off of basic fanaticism.
Yeah.
So there are some people out there that know the game, and they know what's true, and they're gonna be like, hey, I love my Cowboys, but sometimes we do make bad decisions. We do suck sometimes. So that is something, man. They tell the truth. So that's what's good about this. That's why I listen to it. Sometimes even Sean and RJ sometimes, but that's another story.
I listen to them.
Something else. But anyway, the truth is the truth. So we're gonna go with that.
And they do a good job over that 105.3 The Fan. They do. You know what I'm saying? There's times I agree, sometimes I disagree, but overall, man, them interviews be fire, man. Them boys be bringing that. You know what I mean? Like,
they bring the fire to the interview.
They pros.
They gonna ask some real questions.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And all I do is I say, listen, now let me go, shout out to 105.3 The Fan and ESPN and all the other people that get these interviews, and I listen. And then people saying, okay, why did they do that? Right? Why did they rotate the linemen? I'm like, okay, let's go listen at the answer.
Right.
And let's file their answer away, not make my own answer. Let's listen to why they said it. And this is what they said. We trying to give them boys reps, keeping them involved. But I start in 5. He was clear.
Right.
That's what it is. So, man, thank you, man. Your voice matters. And it always feel good to talk to my hometown brothers, my big brothers, and talk ball with y'all. This is what we do in the barbershops, but now we able to do it, obviously, in front of people on social media,
Bet.
So, man, we gonna catch up too, man, and I'm gonna have to come over your house and eat some of that good old food, brother.
All right, dude.
All right, my bro. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Your voice matters. All right, man, I'm gonna take one more call, bro. I'm gonna take one more call, man. Your boy Boss done put out, I can't do like Law and do 10 videos a day, man. I'm only good for about 2 or 3 right now. So we got the phone lines back open. So we go flash out with the goody good. There it is. Coming in fast now. Boss Cowboy
What up, boss?
Oh, what's up? What's up, man? What's going on?
I called earlier while I was at work. Now I'm at home.
Ooh, yeah, you got on fast. Boy, you like, well, boss, I can't talk right now. I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was at work and I was fixing to go on, and then I got done early tonight. So I figured I'd call you back and give you some more thoughts and, shoot the shit with you if you don't mind.
Let's go. Let's rock. What you got?
My thoughts about what you were saying on the offensive line. If you remember at the beginning of the season or some point in the season when they started the season, do you remember when Mike McCarthy said that he likes to cross-train his offensive linemen?
He said that?
Yeah. Do you remember that? Because I remember it.
Ooh, that would have. Oh, if I knew that, If I knew that, oh my God.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
He said that in one of his press conferences on DallasCowboys.com. I don't remember which one it was. It's at the beginning of the season. I think it was like, because one of the media guys, I think it was Mike Fisher or somebody, asked him. They were like, "Well, why do you keep switching your offensive linemen?" And he gave the simple answer is, "We like to cross train our offensive linemen. That way, if one of them gets hurt, that person can play position." Same for the defensive line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
I was like, well, I mean, and also, if you remember correctly, Lyle was at left guard with Tyrone when he first entered the season. So maybe if, like, say, McGovern doesn't play well or he gets injured, Lyle can step in at left guard. When Steele gets back from COVID, he can go back to right tackle, and we have our starting five. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, totally. And I love it.
Or vice versa. Okay?
Right.
You know what I mean?
love it. Love it.
So, I mean, I remember that because I heard you talking about it at the beginning of the show. So
Yeah.
I was like, well, they're doing that because he likes to cross-train his offensive linemen, his defensive linemen, and he also said the same thing about the wide receivers. Certain wide receivers, we cross-train them so they can do the position if one person's not there.
Man. And I love it. I never knew he said that out of his mouth. Man, do you know how many debates would have been solved if I would have known he said that earlier?
Yeah, because me and Law were talking about it a while back, too, because Law's the one that played the video for me.
Oh, my
and,
God.
And then I saw it on DallasCowboys.com afterwards, and he made that statement because one of the media guys during the press conference that he held, he specifically said, I like to cross-train my offensive linemen, defensive linemen, my wide receivers, and so on and so forth. Now, he said you can't do that with everybody, but you can do that with your corners, your safeties, your linebackers, your defensive ends, your D tackles, and so on and so forth. Because the more people you got cross-trained in different areas in case one person gets hurt or COVID or whatever reason or personal reasons, we got somebody to cover it and we don't skip a beat.
Wow. Now, I'm going to ask you if you can do me a favor, Darryl. If you know where it is, please send it to me, okay? Because
I'll find it.
Ooh.
I'll find it. And if not, I'll ask Law. The Law's the one
Law
that
got
brought
about
it to
20
my
million
attention.
videos.
Okay.
Law got 20 million. Law got about 18,000 videos. It's going to be hard for Law to find
I know,
that.
but I'm saying Law's the one that brought it to my attention because I didn't know when he had said that until after Law had one of his brief little, mini shows that he did during the afternoon time, and you weren't on yet, and he had came on, and he played the clip of Mike McCarthy because somebody had asked him about him cross-training all his offensive linemen during the practices and stuff like that.
No, I got you. No, I appreciate that. And listen, if you find that clip, I'm gonna definitely put you in the show, and we go talk about that clip, me and you on video. I think that's a fair exchange for hunting that clip down.
Well, see, that's the thing. Is that like I told you, I've been a fan since 1989. I follow my team, and I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass because I don't believe that.
No.
You know what I mean?
I could tell you're not that type.
Speaking facts like you.
Oh,
I believe in speaking the truth.
Yeah.
I believe in saying what you feel, but also have facts to support it. But if you believe something, stand by it, like you say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And Darryl, I always appreciate you, man.
Your laurels, and you know what I'm saying? Do your thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, do your thing all day. And I appreciate you, Darryl, and I really do. Because listen, I'm going to tell you something. On every platform, Darryl, he goes, listen, if it's anybody that rips Boss Cowboy Sports hard, and all of us, it's Daryl.
Yep.
He don't just rip Boss Cowboy Sports, but he rip Boss Cowboy Sports. Like he shares, he does everything to support the channel. He does. Like I see it. Like nobody shares the content on this show like you. Nobody.
When it comes to my Cowboys and it comes to my Cowboys content creators, yes. Y'all are like family. And even the Cowboys fans, even the ones that keep jumping off and on, even the fake ones, I mean, they are what they are. You do what you do. But a real fan, how I was raised, a real fan stays a fan whether they're winning or losing, no matter what. No matter how bad they're doing. No matter how many people, no matter how the bad things get, they rock with them no matter what. That's a real fan. That's like you say, stand true, be honest, be real. Don't be fake. If you're going to be fake, I ain't got time for you.
Hey. Your voice matters. Thank you, Daryl. I love it every time you call.
Boss Cowboy, have a good night, sir.
You too. Thank you for the call. Your voice matters all day long. Bye. All right, let me call Jessica because Jessica finna go crazy on me. Jessica, I'm calling you right now. All right, here we go. Because I told you, I already got that 903 number. I already got that number. I told you I had that number wrote down. She talking about her voice don't matter. Now, if you get on her talking crazy, yes, your voice won't matter. I will hang up on your voice.
Hello.
What's up, Jessica? Now, don't you come on this show talking all this fly talk today. I ain't in the mood. I'm just not in the mood today, Jessica, because I'm looking at the chat, and you over here talking about your voice don't matter, and I'm over here like, really? Your voice don't matter? Really? Are you serious right now? What's up, girl?
Hey. The dude back in your chat, but anyway.
I put him in timeout. Y'all was fighting too much.
He back though.
He back, but he acting good. He acting good. He acting good though. So like, don't start no fights. Let's. All right, cool.
But anyway, this chat plan that they doing is gonna end up getting our best quarterback hurt. They need to quit all this ego plan.
I saw that. I saw your comment.
Huh?
I saw your comment on that. That was super interesting. Say that again.
They need to quit doing all this chess playing with this O-line and leave the best players out there. Because did you not see when they was running into each other and did not cover and they pancake slammed that down on the ground and they did not throw a flag because that should have been a rough in the passer call. And then everybody wants to talk about that's this, that's that. Well, how can he throw when he got to watch his back to make sure he ain't finna get sacked and trying to look for a receiver to throw the ball to? So how y'all expect this man to watch his own back and try to throw the ball to a receiver? That ain't gonna work. That shouldn't have to be under stress trying to watch his own back and trying to find a receiver down the field to try to get us to the end zone.
But Jessica say that ego go get Dak hurt. I know, because listen, Jessica, it is wild, right? It's a wild idea, right?
And this needs to stop because this is also interfering with their brotherhood now. Hold up. All these boys was getting along, and just like what's his name? KJ told him. He said, man, I need you. I need you. I need you. We all got to be in this thing together. So they all got to be in this thing together. When they go to New Orleans, you know today marks 3 years that they whooped the New Orleans on this day.
Amen.
When we played them, so therefore I'm looking for a win. I'm looking for them to go down there and ball out and whoop the New Orleans Saints.
Don't you be talking about ball out. Don't be talking about my theme.
What theme?
I said my theme. My theme. Ball out.
And I believe in them. I'm
no.
looking for 15-4. And you know what that 15-4 represents, right? They finished the regular season out at 13-4, and then they go to the into the playoffs and win every game and go to the big show and win the Super Bowl.
Talk
that's
that talk.
Where the 15 and 4 coming from. And that's what I'm looking for. Everybody gonna tell Jessica, oh, you crazy. Oh, you crazy out your head. When I go talking about like I don't know football. Now, when you go and you gonna put that V up to try to stop them from getting in their red zone, you need your man in the center of that V to come up and bull rush that joker back so they can't get in the end zone. And then they threw 28 flags on Dallas, and everybody wants to sit here and blame AB when that man had his hand out there and they had him in a headlock. Come on, man. Those referees seem like they doing like that. I don't know if you've seen this football movie with Jamie Foxx in there, and the guy that played in
Any Given
Al
Sunday.
Capone, when the man called that man and told him to go out there and do something in the game, and look at how they hit our players upside the head. But then they didn't throw no flag, or they didn't suspend them. But now they want to suspend one of our big guys. See, they trying to deter the Dallas Cowboys from being in the playoffs for going all the way. I'm sick of these people with all this money trying to pay folks to do bad stuff. And our boys need to not feed into that negativity and fight back with them with their hands. They need to fight on that field and show them, hey, you want to throw the flag? Okay, we're going to play this game clean, and we're going to make sure we do it right. And go out there and whoop these teams they're going up against. Because we can't take no more losses, man. Said 17-0 from the start. Then I went down to 16-1. Then I went down to 15-2. Then I went down and I said, 13-2. Then I went down. I say 13-4. So I really believe in my team, and I don't need nobody to sit up here complaining and panicking. Dan Quinn gonna go out there and lead these boys to win this game. I believe that. I really do. This is his chance to step up and show what he got. I don't need nobody panicking. Nah. All we need the boys to do to come back and gel together, get back in the lab. Dad go out there and play with these boys at his house, at his lab. Throw the ball around like he been doing on his football field in his backyard, so they can come back and go to winning the games like they was doing for the 7 wins that they got.
Man, great call, Jessica. I always love to hear from you. And I do see in the chat, you say, you know how I get when I feel ignored by you. I know, man. You be trying to bully your boy boss, man. You know you can't bully me, though.
Boss.
Yes, you do.
I'm not trying to bully you. I just feel like, hey, I'm a lady. I like football. I know how to talk football, too.
You do good at it.
To come in and I
already told you.
I've been calling, too, before they called.
I told you. I got your number locked in. When I see the 903, it's getting in. You the Michael Irvin of the Cowboy world. We know you, Jessica. So anyway, no, I love your passion. That's the main thing I love about you, is you are so passionate about the Cowboys. And it's like you have this infectious energy. I love it. I really do. I do. So
I just hope to meet y'all in person one day. I really was hoping to get up there. But the man I paid to put a motor in my car, this man done left all kind of screws and bolts off my motor. And, man, I be like, God, I can't, this car, I got to get somebody else to go behind this man and fix my car right.
Gotcha.
And but I really was planning on being up there, especially for, like, the Thanksgiving. We was off, and I didn't have church. So I did want to make a game. Because when it's a church night, I can't miss church service just to go to a game. I'm sorry. God first. I love my Cowboys, but I don't put God over my Cowboys. Absolutely. I don't put the Cowboys over God. I'm sorry.
No, and I know you. I could tell you would never. I could tell you would never do that, for sure. Thank you so much, Jessica. Listen, I want y'all to know who voice this is. That is the voice of Jessica Haggerty. Her voice matters so much. This is her face, so she gets everything. Because she is just gonna, be the passionate person that she is. I show her face, and you hear her her voice. Thank you so much, Jessica. Loved it. And let me get on this Adam guy real quick, man. Your voice matters, Jessica.
Okay.
Bye. I listen. All right, Adam. Okay. I see, my brother, because your voice matter too. You're a Raiders fan, but your voice matter also. You said the O-line for the Raiders is so banged up. 2 rookies that switched the mind up car had the most sacks on him. Okay. So, you want credit for the win, okay? You don't need it from us, my brother. The score itself is your credit, okay? You come into a Cowboys podcast and channel wanting us to suck up to the Raiders. Just come on. The spirit of competition would never allow us to suck up and give you guys credit. You won the game. That's good enough. Be happy. Now, I do know and I understand that beating Dallas does feel like a Super Bowl to a lot of teams, especially teams like the Raiders. I get it. But I'm also happy that Adam, ever since I put you on timeout to calm down, you have come back and you have been talking very sensible football. So I appreciate how you conducting yourself in the chat, though. I really do. And that's the only reason I put you in timeout. Now, you asked the question, and I'm going to answer it. You say, why didn't I put Jessica and them in timeout? Because I'm biased. That's why. I'm biased towards the Cowboys. And when I see a Raider fan that I don't know coming in talking noise to people that's my family, I'm going to put you in timeout. Okay? But that don't mean you don't need to follow this channel, because when we get into draft season, we get into so many candidates that might even be good for the Raiders that you might still like the content. But you got to know how to conduct yourself. If you know how to conduct yourself, your voice matter too, man. Just, but don't ever come in expecting Cowboy fans after the loss to be hugging and congratulating you. We more so go spit on your shoes, okay? And you got to understand that. That's how it is. Don't expect us to be no good sportsmen after a loss. We know. No. We not going to do that. Don't even ask it. It's not even realistic. Okay, we not kissing your ass, man. Just let that go. But you won the game. That is the respect that's all the respect you go get. That's all this respect you will ever get, especially from me, is you won the game. All right, cool. So I'm gonna take I ain't gonna take no more calls unless somebody call in the next 10 seconds. But I'm gonna say this. All right. I'm going to take this from my boy Javon Brooks. I love what he said. He said, if we played better, those penalties wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If we played better, we could have overcame those penalties. It was some games I think we overcame the penalties. I just think this game we didn't. And we was missing like literal stars. So I think given the fact that we had a lot of B team players that needed to step up, I'm very happy with how we played the Raiders. And I'm gonna say this, the game was so poorly officiated. It was way worse officiated on our side than the Raiders, though. Like the Raiders like to come in and say we had the same amount of penalties. No, y'all penalties was definitely not as impactful as our penalties, because all those penalties on Anthony Brown moved the Raiders into scoring position. Every one of them. And then let's not talk about some of those game-changing fake, like the fact that they said that y'all tight end didn't fumble when he clearly took 2 steps. Clearly. He was on his way to a 3rd step. In all rules, after you take 2 steps, it's a fumble. That whole play was taken away. Deep in our end of the field. Yeah, man. No, that game was poorly officiated, horribly officiated. It's like throw the whole game away. That whole game was garbage in terms of officiating. It was way too involved on both sides. Like, nobody want to see all those flags. Slowed the whole flow of the game down. It was pathetic. You move more chains with flags than you actually did with plays. That's pathetic. So anyway, all right, but I'm going to say this. The next time somebody asks us, you might see it again. Why are they rotating the offensive lineman? Because they might do this after Steele get back. We still might we still might end up doing this at least for a small period of time. Now we know. Okay? We know that they're trying to give Williams and Lael reps, right? Jessica said his ego. I'm not too mad at it because it's a series. It's not a whole game. It's a series. And when it's a series, I think it's easier to plan how to use both of them in that series, right? Because when you know you have a series of guys where you go play them for a series and you feel like maybe one of those guys have a liability somewhere in their game, you can scheme for it and create a script because you know you have them for one series. So it's more manageable than I think we giving Mike McCarthy and them credit for. And I'm not mad at it when I give it thought. It's like, and because I'm also still believing that they could move Lael to left guard, likely they getting ready to run out of time to do that. But if they're going to do that, the best way to ever do anything like that is to make sure the guy that you moving has at least had game reps. That way he can be in game shape, some kind of game shape, by giving him some type of reps. And I think Coach Marv said it best, like when he was talking about not having those lawyers, veteran lawyers, that can become toxic in the locker room because you totally strip them of all jobs. So when I look at Mike McCarthy and when I look at Dan Quinn and how they're managing not even the offensive line, how they're managing this whole team, a lot of people are getting reps. This looks like a fantastic job when I step back and look at it. When I step back and look at it, this looked like a fantastic job of preparing your whole roster to potentially be needed. Okay? So y'all stay with me what I'm saying. This is Mike McCarthy preparing his entire roster in case they're needed in the post. And I can't be mad at that logic. I think it's pretty good logic. So, see, Adam, listen, man. Y'all can't, Adam is gonna get y'all caught up, man. Listen. All right, so my next thing I'm gonna do, next time I see you, Adam, if you come in here and that's all you want to do is troll my family, I'm gonna block you. So I put you in timeout the first time. The second time I'm gonna block you because that's what you want to do is you want to just troll my family. I'm not gonna let you do that, okay? Like, I'm just not gonna let you do that because your voice is gonna be actually useless here because the only thing you want to do with your voice is stir up my Cowboys family. I'm not gonna let anybody that's an outsider do that. Now, if you want to talk ball, talk ball. But this is not gonna be a place to where you just come troll us and get your little rocks off to feel good about your W. You got your W, you won your Super Bowl, be happy. To try to get extra off of Cowboy fans is frankly lame. So just chill out, talk ball, stop trying to stir up the chat with nonsense and garbage. As you can see, we talk football here. This is an intelligent place. This is not a place that's made for trolling and foolishness. That's not what we do here. We talk real ball on this channel. All right. So anyway, y'all already know with Boss Cowboy Sports, I'm going to always fight to be loyal. I haven't said this in a while, but I want to say that as a reminder that sometimes you go listen to Boss Cowboy Sports, you go listen to the OC, you go listen to some of us and you're not going to agree. And that's okay. And sometimes you're going to agree. But I do want you to know that we are always striving to be loyal and to tell you the truth. That's what we really strive to do. Because we really believe in that. We really believe in trying to spread the best ideas that's going to cause us to win. So that's what we stand for. That's what we're going to always do. So here at Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice definitely matters. I'm so happy to have a phone line because now I'm hearing people's voices. And we're able to talk ball. And it makes it also fun to co-host with everybody. So y'all stay up. We definitely answered the question today. Everybody should be all the way caught up on what was the Cowboys doing with the rotation of the offensive lineman. There's no need to ask that question no more. Now we know. So now if you want other people to know, hold on real quick. Ooh, hold on. I got to pause for a second. Oh, my God. He said, boss, you know I'm the biggest Dak supporter. He's been disappointing to me versus the Chiefs and the Raiders. Ooh, coming from Javon Brooks. I respect it, though. I respect it. I respect it because I know you. So when I know people and they give a critique of Dak, bro, I have no problem with your assessment because I know you personally, and I know that you go keep it real. You just like me. If you believe you see something, you don't have no favorites. So I don't 100% agree with it. I do agree with some of it. But at the same time, I always respect it because I know your character, Mr. Brooks. So, but I want to say before we get out of here, man, that your voices, all your voices matter. And one of the biggest things you can always do is share this content. When you know people are trying to figure out what's going on with this offensive line, and you know they not listening to the right networks or the right content creators that's giving them the real facts of what's going on. Sometimes all you got to do is just share something. Just say, hey, man, check this out. This is my boy, Boss Cowboy. He went through it. He proved and discussed what was really going on with that rotation. You're not going to hear this nowhere else because nobody ever even talked about it but him. Okay? Share it. You know, and that's one of the biggest things you should do. You can also support us also, obviously with cash apps and stuff like that under Boss Cowboy Sports. Many of you do that a lot. We always appreciate that, and we always appreciate the super chats. So anything to help the channel goes into growth of the channel. Anything. So we thank y'all for the 5s, the 25s, the 100s. Some of you have been extremely generous with even up to $1,000 to help us improve this content. So everything that y'all do to help, we actually put fully back into building Boss Cowboy Sports, where we can build our voices, which also builds your voice. So y'all stay with us because we got more content coming tomorrow. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff with the Saints, and I'm going to be breaking down Tristan Hill. Okay, and maybe not getting into that gossip, but more so get into his game and talking about what we gonna do to try to get him on the field with this old bogus suspension that happened to him. Cause yeah, he punched the guy, sure, but it's like I ain't trying to hear about no freaking justice from no stupid NFL. If y'all still haven't said anything about Harrison Smith choking CeeDee Lamb, so we still haven't got an answer on what's going on with Harrison Smith choking our receiver. But in 2 days, y'all already got an answer. So if people can't see that the league is biased against us, you ain't looking, man. Because we still have not got an answer on Harrison Smith choking CeeDee Lamb. But within 2 days of a punch from Tristan Hill, he get 2 whole games. Man, come on, man. I ain't trying to hear that. But Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matter. We out.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Boss Cowboy Sports.